Greetings, Lego friends. How you doing out there in the world? Hey, have you ever wondered how could I make a cool tower with just a few pieces? Now, granted, depending on how big you want your tower to be, that'll determine how many pieces you need. But yep, you can make a tower with 3 different pieces in terms of variety, and that's it. That's all you need. So I'll show you how to do it. These are the 3 pieces. I mean, this is the one that I started with. This little feller right there. And I did that just because that's the piece I had that I thought, you know, with this, I could maybe start to spin a piece on top of it and maybe make myself a tower. Now I have this cool book, the Lego Architecture Idea Book by Alice Finch. This has wonderful stuff in it. But shockingly, and I just looked again, this design was not in there. Unless I missed it. So I was just messing around last week. I wanted to make some kind of a mock with just a castle ruin and maybe a cool tree and a wizard and some fauna and foliage and all that good stuff. And so I started playing around, and this is what I came up with. I had a bunch of these. I have a bunch of masonry bricks. I've got gray, I think it's the light blue gray, white, and some others. And I've got plenty of, or at least I had plenty of these barrels in white, light blue gray, dark gray, but I've also got some cones, and of course I've got lots of singular studs, because you can use any combination of those things. If you take the single studs, stack them together into 3, you've got the same size as your barrel, and the same height as your cone. So anyway, this is it, and you can make yourself a circular tower with just those 3 pieces. So here's how you start. Basically start with that guy, doesn't matter which side, and you just start building that way. And then the thing to remember is, you can see now this can spin. Now you can start your curve. There is a limit to it. You can't make a super tight tower. But it's pretty good. And then beside every brick spot, you want to put in a barrel or a cone or a 3-stud, single stud combination. That's it. And the only hitch to this thing, it just gets easier and easier as you build it. But when you start like this, the next thing you've got to do really is to build up. It's where it can get a little confusing. This, when I started it, I thought, how am I going to link my next one together, because you can see there's a space between. Now you could take a stud, just a single stud, and put it in there if you want to fill that in. But when you put your tower down on studs, it's going to lock in real nice. And I'll show you a bigger tower here in just a few. But this is the way that I started. And then you know that beside every brick is going to be a cone or a barrel or a 3-stud combo. And then here we go. Take this piece, bang, put it in there, and I'm off and running. And look at that. Grab another one right there. We know that this guy's got to have a barrel beside him, and he's got to have one there. And that's it. You are off and running now. Just keep on and going. And you see the pattern as you build. These bricks will go at an angle. And yeah, it won't be very solid like this when you get started. It will be fairly loose until you get all the way around. So don't give up. If you're building like this and it keeps coming apart, just put it back together and keep going around. And eventually you will get your round tower. And it's very solid. So I'll show you the one that I have now. But that's it. That's all you need. 3 pieces. I got a big bag of these quite a while ago. Don't remember how. It's quite a while ago, but I got a ton of them. And I got some masonry, and I got plenty of those barrels. So let me show you what I've made so far. Kabam! Oh, and there it is. This is the tower I made using that technique. And it's really solid. And in fact, I only have it really attached at 2 points here. And then on the back over here, I've got it attached to a big piece that's on top of this structure I made there. But there it is. Very fun little tower. Now, there's a couple things I haven't figured out how to do yet that I will get to, is building a conical roof. I haven't done that. I need to learn to do that. And then also how to put in some open window arch type shapes in the tower as well. Because the count of the studs is not uniform as you go across. So, building things across it, within it, is tricky, but I think it can be done. At any rate, this is my tower. And I didn't really want it any bigger in diameter or smaller. I was pretty happy with that size, but probably could have made it smaller. Again, there is a limit when you're using this method to just how tight you can make that turn. But there you go. How to make yourself a cool Lego tower with just really 3 different pieces. And you can see I've used some barrels, I've used some cones, I've used some single stud rounds, and that's just to give you the shape for turning. And then here and there I threw in these snot bricks, and then what I can do with those is I can run vines, flowers, and things into those. And you could do that all over the place and have vines crawling all over your tower. Yep, so this is a fun little mock I'm working on with this tower. I didn't mean to spend so much time on it and so many pieces because I'm just kind of doing this for fun. But so far I'm liking it. We're going to add a lot of... I really want to try to make this look like a hill rather than a step. So I'm going to work on that. I've got this tree growing over here and it's got water dripping out underneath it. So that's fun. And I'm not going to do too much more than that. We're going to work on this, try to make it, again, look like a sloping hill. A lot of grasses and bushes and trees, etc. here. This big tree, and then this big tower with this wizard dude from Lord of the Rings. Very cool. So that's it. By the way, I thought I'd have to make a video exclaiming the push for 400 subscribers, but we leaped right up there with very little fanfare this past week. So very happy about that. Shout out to Scott's Blocks. Right? Scott was a subscriber not too long ago. I subscribed to his channel as well. Thanks for subscribing, Scott. If you haven't, check out his channel. I'll try to put a link on it in this video, Scott's Blocks. He does some great stuff, and he's a growing channel out there too. Very fun to watch. And thanks for any recent subscribers. I really appreciate it. I can't believe we're at 400. It's a miracle. And more great content to come. I've got another video coming up here about some Walmart clearance I got in on this past week. So that's it. Hope you all are doing great out there. I appreciate you stopping by. I hope you'll take this opportunity and try to build yourself a tower and just see what you can do with it. It's a lot of fun. So hope you all are having a good day. I appreciate you stopping by. Thanks for the support. If you haven't already, like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.